What's up, y'all? Welcome to The Gundam Guys. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Keenan.
And we're canceling the podcast, and let me tell you why. This one over here...
he means me.
Yeah. I mean, he's still going to edit it, but I'm looking for a new co-host, because this one did not tell me that there was going to be a Kingdom Hearts concert in town tomorrow, and I am very offended and betrayed. I have been betrayed.
By the time that you listeners will hear about this event would have already happened. So I apologize for Jeff delay.
Though this is the final episode.
Final, he says.
Keenan will still edit it and put it up for us.
This is the third time we've canceled the podcast.
What do you have to say for yourself, Keenan? Obviously, the listeners are on my side.
I can't get tickets for that show.
I don't need, first of all, we don't need to get into that shenanigans. All I'm saying is you could have told me and I could have bought my own tickets.
In all fairness, the only reason I found out that Kingdom Hearts was coming back to town was because my friend Evan told me he was going. Because I got tickets to see the Final Fantasy VII concert. That's what I really wanted to see. I had no idea there was a Kingdom Hearts concert going on.
Well, let me tell you, I'll deal with Evan right now.
And it's not the Evan that we know. It's a different Evan.
Oh, well, then that's what I have to say to your excuses, Keenan.
I poo-poo
Shenanigans.
on your excuses.
Open the show, Keenan. We're not really canceling. You all would miss us too much, but you're on notice. You're on the list.
Oh, now I'm on the list.
Yeah, you're on the list. You remember this.
Oh, no.
You're on notice, Keenan?
I'm on mixed company with Gene and...
Yeah, you're worse than Gene.
Worse than Gene? Jeff, I'm insulted.
I'm missing Simple and Clean because of you. Dearly beloved, how dare.
Look, I miss my fair share of concerts too, you know.
You just told everyone about the one you're going to. I can't have this conversation anymore. Keenan, open the show. Tell us about the episode.
So today,
what are we watching?
So today's episode...
It's just my tone for the episode. Rage! But fabulous rage. P.S. You're listening to this in July, but here it's Pride Month. If you want to see my weekly Pride Day Friday outfits where I get a little extra for the season, scroll back on our Twitter.
Go hit him up on Twitter for that.
But again, Keenan, where are we? What are we doing?
Well, maybe this will put you in a good mood.
No, test me.
You probably already saw this, and I think you responded to it, but I wanted to read this out for everybody on air because it was a really nice thing that somebody sent to us on Twitter. Actually, now that I think about it, you did respond to this.
I should hope so.
It was from, @YellowMcSwaggin.
Yellow McSwaggin.
Who wrote to us saying, started watching your guys' podcast a couple of weeks ago, and it's funny and awesome.
Hey!
Very much appreciated. And he asked us a question that I think is very appropriate to answer for our listeners who are new to this franchise and maybe want a little bit of help of establishing your own library. He asks, help. No, that's not his question. I want to start buying a DVD collection for the UC Timeline Gundam shows and movies. Do you guys know where I can buy it as cheap as possible? I'm on Double Zeta, by the way. It's awesome. Yellow Mitswagon? Yes, Double Zeta is awesome. Fight me, everyone.
I mean, that's good to know for 2 years from now. That means nothing to me now, but I am so happy for Yellow McSwaggin.
As am I.
One, that he's enjoying the show, and he's making Double Zeta sound great, so I'm very excited for when we get to that in 2 years.
Oh, Jeff, you're going to love Double Zeta.
Oh, excellent.
It takes things in this franchise to a whole new level.
Oh, I love that. Is it crazy? Because you know I love crazy.
120% crazy.
Yes. But yes, I suggested, because I just get mine off Amazon. It's not always the cheapest route. I also suggested, sometimes you can find things used on eBay. Yeah. It's a little harder with these newer releases, like the Right Stuff releases, because usually people that are getting those this recently.
Like last episode when I told Jeff about my NT pre-order and Origin pre-order that came in, and he was displaying for me in my own place.
Well, but that's the thing though, is these Suncoast releases, not Suncoast.
Yeah, Suncoast is defunct, aren't they?
Sunrise. These Sunrise releases with Right Stuff, they're very recent. So it's likely that no one's cleaning out their library to get rid of them as much used on eBay. But you might be able to find some cheaper there. Because usually it takes like a few years before those start showing up more on cheap resale, where people are just like cleaning out and trying to get them out, because people are getting them like really recently, building up their collections, and have a space for them and are keeping them at the moment.
Yeah, but that's for new releases.
But
as for
you had some suggestions.
Yeah, for the back catalog of stuff, because they've been releasing Gundam related merch ever since 4 years ago, I think, was when they started it.
But to me, that's recent. That's what I was talking about.
It is still recent. But Right Stuff is good at having sales every now and again, and when they have sales, their prices plummet. So keep an eye out on their website for when a sale goes up, because you can get stuff for real cheap.
Yeah, because you built up a lot of your library off of those sales.
I got half of my library during Christmas.
Yeah, I was about to say, because last Christmas you went ham on
I sure did.
On the Right Stuff sales. Excellent. So those are just some tips if you want to be able to follow us along or just explore, as our friend on Twitter, the Universal Century or any aspect of Gundam. That's a great place to go. For those of you who are big, we're big Toonami fans, love Gundam Wing and G Gundam. Those just came out within like the last year or so. On Right Stuff, new releases of those, so you don't have to go looking for like the really expensive resales of the old DVD sets.
Yes.
So it's really a great time if you want to get into Gundam to be able to watch these shows.
Still waiting on a few releases that they're kind of holding out on. One being Gundam Seed, which I regret that I'm going to have to get, but I'll be happy owning it.
Okay, you haven't even seen the new dub yet. Calm yourself.
It's true. The new dub could totally change my mind, but I still remember the pain and the torment that show put me through.
Oh, God. Let's talk about pain and torment. I am going to miss Sanctuary, and you want to come to me about pain and torment. Keep talking, Keenan.
We're also not getting SD Gundam Force anytime soon. Which
Listen,
is a real shame.
Oh, first of all, that was a personal attack on me. Don't think I didn't see that. 2, SD Gundam Force. I don't have the list in front of me, but that's like season 12. We have 12 years before we get to that. I have faith that I will get SD Gundam Force. SD Gundam, which I have down for season 4, we may not be as lucky, but SD Gundam Force is season 12. We have time, Keenan.
Yeah, those shows are incredibly hard to find. They haven't reprinted them in decades.
Did SD Gundam even come out?
Yes, it does have a DVD box set.
It does. The original SD Gundam.
Yes. In Japan.
Okay, we'll see. Okay. Y'all, he is testing me.
You see my problem
He
here.
is coming for me. He's just dragging me across this whole place.
Even though he started this podcast attacking me in the first place.
Betrayal! I'll never get to hear Don't Think Twice.
Yes, you will.
Keep coming, Keenan.
Not in person. Anyway, yes. Speaking of betrayal, why don't we talk about what happened last episode for Gundam?
No one got betrayed last episode. Oh, did they? Who got betrayed? No one got betrayed.
Well, I guess no one got betrayed.
Iselina made some choices based off the previous betrayal.
Yeah, that's probably the right statement to make on that. There was no betrayal last episode, but more of the...
but I appreciate the segue.
The follow-up to the betrayal.
Yes.
Because we got introduced to our new bosses that will be challenging the Earth Federation heroes, which is the Zabi family.
That ruled.
Casselia, Dozel upon closer inspection, Girin, and then, of course, the big bad himself, Degwin Zabi.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Garma's girlfriend, Iselina, tried to take revenge on Amuro. Some hilarious things happened as a result, and some not so hilarious things.
Hilarious to us. I think that was a very serious episode of the show that we, me in particular, ripped to shred with jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, yeah, girl, 3 planes, you gonna get them. Like, Iselina, she tried.
And the fact that she somehow managed to convince an entire squadron of Zeon soldiers to go with her.
Yeah, that was weird. I still have questions about that, but I don't think they'll ever be answered. We found out who the baby was. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, but that was the episode before that.
I'm saying I got my big answer of the season.
Right. She tried to kill Amuro. He didn't take that too well upon the ending of the episode because he had to bury her in the dirt in the middle of this barren landscape where a whole bunch of civilians decided, we're not going to be on White Base anymore. We're out of here.
Yeah, and some of them got shot dead for their troubles.
And to that I say, good riddance.
Keenan.
You know how bad these civilians are.
Okay, yes. They did suck. However, speak kindly of the dead.
I do not have any ill will towards people. It's just these civilians have been trying our patience for the last
they ain't
few
the
episodes.
Only ones, Keenan, this episode, let me tell you.
So
Keenan puts up with me so well, y'all.
Last we saw, there was apparently a couple of trucks coming to pick them up because the Earth Federation sent a fax to Sayla and was snatched out by Bright.
They did send a fax.
They did send a fax to them. They're just like, we're not going to help you, except we're going to pick up these soldiers at this point. Good luck. They crashed because Char's real good at shooting them.
Never been this good.
Yeah, never been this good. We haven't seen him in his Zagu since the episode with Garma going down, but who knows? Maybe we'll see more of it this episode. I'm not sure. However, we did see some potentially new faces in the episode preview for this one, which is episode 12, The Threat of Zeon, which aired on June 23rd, 1979 in Japan, and in America it aired on August 7th, 2001, and I'm very excited about this episode.
I'm also very excited about this episode because we are getting deep in the plot mines, and that is what I've been waiting for. Love the big robot fights. Do not get me wrong, especially because now that Amuro's really good at them, it's very entertaining to watch. However, I'm so excited to see what's in the shit of this universe. Figure out what's up with Zeon. I was not expecting it to be a monarchy. That was a big surprise to me.
Yeah.
So who knows where we're going from here?
Yeah, and we will see what happens.
But first, because this is still my level for the whole show, Keenan, as you know, much like betrayal, I detest the idea of sitting down for an anime without a snack. And today, we have honey barbecue chicken wings.
And a little bit of ranch for Jeff.
Well, yes, I brought a bottle of ranch. It's the official Gundam Guys ranch bottle that Keenan will never use because he doesn't like it, which is perfect for me. So it is the Jeffrey of Gundam Guys official ranch bottle for which to enjoy with the snacks. Because we've had a couple snacks where I'm like, I would love a sauce. You know, I love a sauce.
Yeah. Like the barbecue sauce that I gave you
it was
last
very
time.
good.
Yeah.
Not the highest quality ranch, maybe the worst kind, but you know what?
Oh, who doesn't love a trashy, food sauce?
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, it came from the same place that the wings did, so everything's on the level, on the same quality level.
You want to talk real betrayal? You told me this in the elevator on our way home. The box for the wings lied to you about having a sauce.
It did. It said it was like, dip these in this beautiful honey mustard sauce. So I figured it's in the box. No, not only is it not in the box, but is a sauce where you have to already have honey mustard in order to make the sauce after. It was terrible. I was like, y'all, this is
honey barbecue sauce sold separately.
Yes. I was like, what the fuck is the point? I'm supposed to, no, I just thought it was silly. So yes, first I was betrayed by that, then by my dear friend and podcasting partner. Really, you all can see how pride is starting for me. But you know what? I look cute as fuck. I got the good jams playing in my car. I'm really feeling myself this month. You can't see me doing my dance moves, but yeah, get it.
He's also got a unicorn hat.
I do, with a little horn and ears.
And it's
because
great.
I am that magical. But anyway, that is our snack. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, we just got done watching Mobile Suit Gundam episode 12, The Threat of Zeon. And Jeff, I want to ask you this right out of the gate.
How did I feel about watching a funeral?
Yeah.
Yes, that was interesting. Actually, the funeral was very little of the episode. I just was surprised that the funeral was even a part of the episode. I was very sad because we were mourning my boyfriend, who they somehow found an even bigger portrait of his face to display. That episode was really good. I really liked it a lot because it set up like, okay, I know where this arc is going. Mm-hmm. And I think we met our new, like, mini-boss.
Yeah.
With Garmagon.
Yeah. This, Jeff has said this a couple of times throughout the course of these last 11 episodes. He's had many favorites that have changed. So far, I haven't had mine yet, but this is definitely one of them.
One of your favorite episodes?
This is absolutely one of my favorite episodes in this whole show.
Is this like one you remember and you think back to like, oh, like were you excited to get to this episode?
I got goosebumps at one particular point in this episode.
Ooh, was it near the end?
Yes, it was near the end.
Excellent.
So let's dive right in, shall we?
It was a good one.
We're in the thick of it now. New intro.
Yes, all about Zeon.
No more We're Born and Raised and Die.
No, and we got a new one last time, but it was just like a shortened version of that one. This one, completely new.
Brand new script.
And you could kind of tell it's going to be a recurring one because the footage they used was footage they hadn't even shown yet in this episode.
Yep.
I will say, as we start the episode, I noticed two things off the bat.
Oh.
One, they have video answering machines, but they still need a fucking fax to get information to each other. I get that it was the 70s and like people were faxing a lot. They were able to basically dream up FaceTime 30 years early. However, they couldn't figure out, they were like, but you know what's gonna stick? You know what technology is never gonna go? We're always gonna need us a fax.
Absolutely.
I noticed that.
That's still kind of true today. It's not as heavily used as it is in that show, but a fax is still relevant even after all these years.
Yes. Other thing I've noticed, the Zabi children kind of suck. Now, what I'm saying is they don't suck as characters. I love them. I find them very interesting, and I can't wait to learn more about them. Not great children to their father. And while their father is apparently the big bad of the show, he comes off very sympathetic, and they don't.
Yeah, interesting to see that, isn't it?
And honestly, I'm not convinced he is the big bad of the show. I think it might be the eldest son, because he seems to be the one who's actually, like, really pulling the strings here, and Dad is just the figurehead we roll on out for these events.
How very interesting.
Yes.
I'm happy that you said that.
Yes, we have no proof of this, but I just have a strong feeling that this will be revealed because Dad really doesn't talk that much. He just feels emotions, and the son gets a little fascist as the episode progresses. And I was like, "Ooh, you gotta watch out for that one, y'all." Yeah, I have some opinions on what.
Try straight up Third Reich.
I have some very strong opinions on what Zeon considers to be freedom. But we'll get to that towards the end of the episode. But right now we have a funeral to prepare for. Right. And it's going to be a beautiful funeral. Why? Because we have Garma's giant face.
3 times the size of the portrait that he has in his office back on
Earth. They were like, no, still not big enough. We need to see those beautiful open pores.
Not only that, they built an entire stage outside of Zeon's castle.
Yes. You know what I love about the Zabi family?
They know how to put on a show.
Yeah, like if they are gonna do it, they are all in. Just look at Cassilia's hair. If we have learned anything, it's that these people we like big. We are sending a message.
Right. You know what Zeon is all about, and they drew a crowd like I have never seen in this show, mostly because they don't really draw that many people in one sitting. But hey, you know.
Yeah, little does the crowd know that somewhere in the back, their fearless leader is just being yelled at by his daughter to stop being sad.
Yeah.
And to like get his ass on the stage because he's the sovereign.
The poor guy is listening to a video recording of Garma to him saying that, oh, you won't have to worry about me. I'm going to prove that I earn my station.
It was very sweet.
You won't have to make me an admiral. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be home soon.
I actually really, I was like, oh, I really did like Garma.
And then Cecilia steps in.
Well, here's the thing. I understand why we had to kill Garma off, because the older siblings, you can tell they're going to bring a lot more to the show. Here's the thing. I loved Garma, like, as you know, and as you all know. Big Garma fan.
But his death definitely is a good jumping off point to the next step.
It's not only that. They never really leaned in to just how extra Garma could be. We put a lot of that, and by we, I mean I put a lot of that on him.
I don't know. For back then, I'd say that's pretty extra.
I mean, he was... well, that's the thing. For back then, but you could tell they weren't leaning into it as I think they would today.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like because they seem kind of sheepish about making him as ridiculous as he possibly could be, you didn't have a ton of places to take Garma. In comparison to Char, who we still don't know a lot about, and they kind of set up strings, Garma was always a pretty straightforward villain, who was also perfect, but also there was only so much you could do with Garma up to a point, and so I accept my loss because it's moved us into the other Zabi family members who you can already tell have a lot more that they can contribute to this, because Celia is shady as hell.
Oh yeah, they're making some moves.
Oh yeah, the oldest brother is just a dictator, and Admiral Tinyhead is like, clearly he has some beef with Char now, and I can't wait to see. That wasn't actually mentioned this episode. That was more in last episode, though Char is brought up by the family.
They do address it,
I just got the feeling last episode that Admiral Tinyhead has a target on Char's back. So it gives us a lot of really interesting different directions that each family member could go, because I think Dozel's going to have a lot of interaction with Char in the way Cecilia, I don't really know what they're going to do with her yet, but they're clearly making her like an important figure. And clearly the people we meet this week work for her. Whereas Big Bro, I feel like he's the final boss of the season. It might be Dad, but I have a feeling it's Big Bro. So we will see. It's just they each have really intricate or interesting paths that you can kind of see very faintly outlined going forward, but with a lot of but you can't see fully because they're setting up but not giving away everything. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk on the Zabi family and how excited I am to see where they go.
Yes. This is what I love sharing with Gundam.
Yay!
About Gundam.
I'm so glad.
Like, this family.
I bet you'll remember to tell me next time there's a Kingdom Hearts concert in town, won't you?
Oh, brother. But this family, and this is coming from me who's seen, 4 times the amount of Gundam that Jeff has. I've seen every villain that they have to offer. I won't spoil what I think is better or worse, but the Zabis definitely are a strong point about this, and you getting excited about it gets me excited about it.
I mean, I'm very excited because I have an idea of, and obviously you can't respond to this, and keep your facial expressions in check. You're an actor. They're super interesting. I have a feeling that Zeon will have a presence in other series, but they won't. I feel like they're very the villains of the, and I have no proof of this, and don't y'all tweet at me because this is, remember, we don't want spoilers. I have to find this all out as we go.
No spoilers.
I just have a feeling, especially with how early we're really diving into the whole family, that they are going to be our primary villains of this season. But the after, kind of like, now with the new Star Wars movies, we have,
we had Snoke.
Not Snow, but I'm talking about remnants of the Empire lived on after the Emperor died.
Yeah.
But the First Order.
You meant the whole organization.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. I feel like Zeon, or at least people who believe in what Zeon stood for or seek the power that the Zabi family have, will echo far into other series where I'm not totally convinced yet that the Zabi family themselves will echo past this series. But that's what we're waiting to find out.
I can't wait.
I know Char will be around because there's a movie with his name in the title.
Yeah.
But the Zabi family, I'm curious whether or not they will make it past Mobile Suit Gundam. My current vote is no. Don't y'all tell me. Remember, this is a secret. I need to find out as the show goes, but that is my current prediction.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Yes.
So Cecilia is ordering her dad around.
She's like, hey, Baldy, get on the stage. Get your ass out of here. She's kind of nicer than that, but not much.
It's in that, like, that's very sly, like, you need to be, you know, representing the people and be the sovereign, so go on stage. The people need you, kind of thing. It's we already saw the oldest son being kind of cold to their dad about that, and now we get to see Cecilia basically do the same thing. Yeah. So he gets up, he's like, all right, I know. And they go out on stage. The crowd starts chanting, Zabi, Zabi, Zabi.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It's a little scary.
I'm like, ooh, these people love this family too much.
There's a reason why the narration says that they're a dictatorship.
Yeah, and let me tell you, a megalomaniac father with 2 sons and a daughter, getting all up in the administration of Zeon is a little too real for me right now. I'm like,
right?
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this one strikes deep to my core. And it's a little too real in the year of our Lord 2019.
This show, even for its time, was so unbelievably good at portraying this level of what we experience in our own history. And the fact that it remains relevant based on the current political climate, while it's a happy accident, it goes to show...
Is it a happy accident?
Well, a happy accident for Gundam, that it has staying power.
Yes, it's
not
still
not a happy accident of what we're going through
very
right now,
relevant for today. But enough about that. My favorite recurring character returned this week.
Right. So... After they go out on stage, which, by the way, I want to point out, of course, that Degwin always gets the biggest thing, aside from Garma and his massive portrait.
Explain thing.
He's got the biggest chair out of all the kids.
I was like, what thing?
Like, you see it on stage as they're walking out, and he's like, Cecilia, Dozels, and Girans are just, like, regular chairs where he just gets, like, a throne.
Good, that's what they deserve, because they're jerks.
But they move on. We get to see, much like in a new fighting game, here comes a new challenger. We get to see a new ship that doesn't look like anything Zeon has. It looks like a regular spaceship, but colored green.
It doesn't look particularly impressive.
It doesn't look angry, for one thing.
Yes, which I was very upset at the lack of branding.
And inside, we go to the bridge inside this new ship, and a door opens with a lovely blonde woman in a nice blue getup with a red scarf.
I have a lot of opinions on this woman. Well, no, I have one opinion.
Is it about her outfit?
No. Does she talk at all in this section, or do we just see her?
No, she talks. Yeah,
she just talks in the most upsetting monotone I have ever heard.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
It's like if Siri tried to be sexy.
Mm-hmm.
That's this woman. It's like a computer is talking to you, but also in a voice that's like, hi, yes, I am the May to his December relationship. And this is just so you know what's going on. I'm not even trying to do the voice because I couldn't, but her voice is extremely distinct and very unnerving.
Yeah, I think this might have been an error in voice direction. Because I know the actress who plays that lady, she's very talented.
Oh, I have no doubt. But the direction seemed to be upsetting monotone, and she is at that level for the entire episode.
But hopefully that will change, because this may not be the last time we see her.
Yeah, I had a feeling we're going to see it. One, she had a recognizable hairdo, so I was like, oh, she's sticking around.
Right. And then behind her is a new lieutenant of the Zeon military.
I like him a lot.
He is a big, burly man with a gray mustache.
Oh, the mustache!
And a blue
gorgeous
Zeon uniform, which we haven't seen before.
I didn't even know this.
Color coding's a big thing with Zeon.
Yeah, which you keep telling me, and to me it looked just like Garma's outfit. I noticed literally no difference.
Well, all the markings and stuff is the same, and the uniform's the same style, but Garma had a green one. Char is a red one. This guy has a blue one.
I saw green. Apparently, I was wrong. I saw blue later, but I did not notice the change in color to his
right.
The color of his outfit. I noticed something else that was blue.
Yeah, which we'll address that in a minute.
Yes.
So these guys are on their way to Earth right now. They're just getting into the atmosphere, and this new lieutenant is talking to his soldiers, and they're talking about that they found the White Base. Or as they refer to it, as the Trojan Horse, because they still don't know that it's called White Base, because that's a big military secret.
Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like finding out that the name of the ship is White Base would be the least of the problems that they have faced from Zeon. So, good on the military secrets.
Yeah, but most importantly, they don't know what it's capable of.
Yeah. They get shot at every week, but they haven't figured out the name. You got them on the ropes, Federation. What? Like, what?
It is kind of silly now that you think about it.
You might as well just paint White Base on the side of it.
I mean, it is a giant white ship.
Well, it's got some red and blue spackle.
Yeah, it does.
I have a feeling we have not seen the full capability of White Base as of yet.
As in terms of what we've seen in each battle it's been in, almost every time, like it gets the jump on everybody who comes across it, because all of its guns are hidden at all times until it goes into battle.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
that
a lot more.
Will be revealed later that this ship is capable of doing. But
right now, we already learned something about the new lieutenant, is that he's not as eager to jump into things or as hasty.
Yes, which I think makes him much better at his job than the previous two pretty dipshits who served as our primary villains.
Yeah, because they're younger and they have more vigor.
Yeah, and they're like, you batten down the hatches, you Minovsky particles. And he's like, let's wait and just see. Let's use our intelligence and see if we can figure out what's up before we just go kill ourselves in this fight.
Yeah, and the girl that's with him even asks him, like, well, shouldn't we go ahead and, just charge our way? And he's like, well, there's no need to rush it, even though it is my job to avenge Garma's death, which clues us to the fact that, Dozel probably sent him directly to go take care of this mess.
He said he worked for Castilia, I think. No, they work for Dozel. No. That's right. He works for Dozel.
You're thinking of something later.
Yeah, the guy later thinks Char works for Castilia when he sees him. That's where I heard working for Castilia, yes. Uh-huh. Spoiler, Char makes a brief appearance in this episode.
In an outfit that made Jeff
will discuss
queasy.
it. We will discuss it when we get to it.
But they're under orders. This new lieutenant is already proving that he is much more wise in his years.
Now, do you feel that he was directly sent to go after White Base, or do you feel like Dozel just kind of sent that out to all of his troops, like, hey, y'all, if you're anywhere near Earth and I don't have you stationed where I need you in space, I'm going to need you to go kill these guys?
Both are possible, but for all we see in this episode, it's just this new crew of people.
Yeah.
So that's all we have to go on for right now.
Yeah, because I kind of felt to me kind of like it was as you say, happy accident that they happened to stumble upon White Base and were like, great, Dozel wants us to kill them. Yeah. So here we are.
Now, while the ship that they have is impressive, it's called the Zanzibar. It's huge. They also...
It's just snot green.
Well, yeah, but so is the rest of Zeon's military.
Yeah, but at least they have facial expressions.
But it definitely looks like it could definitely take a beating if it had to. but they don't have as many resources as Garma does. They only have a couple of re-entry capsules to go with them, so that's why this new lieutenant is hesitant about it. Like, we'll follow them, but let's be wary. And also, he's got one of his guys has like a pencil thin mustache and looks like Vincent Price, and he sounds like Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast.
I don't even remember his. I remember his friends had very dramatic names. That's all I remember about them. I was very focused on this man. I loved him. Mm-hmm. He was like a Queer Eye after photo. Like, they fixed up his life, they got his groove back, and then he was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go kill some Federation soldiers. I'm gonna live my best life, and this is where we're at. He seems like the team dad, and I really enjoy him.
Mm-hmm. And the lady that's with him, they're also in a relationship with each other.
Yeah, that's also a thing. And they did not distinguish whether or not there's an age gap. And that, I just got a vibe from her. And it was a shady vibe.
I can tell you that they're much closer in age than you think.
Uh-huh.
The animation doesn't tell that, but I know for a fact.
And here's the thing. Love is love. Age is just a number when you're both consenting adults.
Right. Which they are.
So, get it if you want it. Something about her and that monotone voice. I think she up to something.
You think so?
I think she's a scheming.
Anyway, well, this lady is Haman, and it's shown that they to us that they're in a relationship because they're holding hands with each other a lot. They kiss in this episode. Like they say, you know, nice things about each other. Like they call each other dear and sweet and stuff like that, which I thought was really nice.
They are very sweet. They are very romantic with each other. But that voice, it speaks of evil.
Yeah. They also motivate each other because I wrote down one line that the lieutenant says before we cut away from him is that as they're holding hands with each other, he says, "You hate the type of man who will let the enemy walk away without lifting a finger to stop them."
She's like, yes.
Yeah. You get them.
Yes, you go get them.
That really bothered you, huh?
It was weird, Keenan. She talked real weird. I was very upset.
I mean,
I was like, oh, she's the villain of all of Gundam.
I know. And it's a little more prevalent because a lot of actors in this show, they're very good at dealing with the Japanese dialogue and the lip flaps that they have to match. It's not an easy art. I can tell you that because I've done it myself.
But here's the thing, Keenan. It didn't feel like it was how many words she had to say in the span issue. It felt like it was I am going to talk just like this. A little bit of like she's her from that movie Her with Scarlett Johansson. She's her. We found her
with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes,
this lieutenant is Joaquin Phoenix.
No, this lady is her. Oh, the lieutenant. Yes,
Joaquin
lieutenant.
Phoenix.
Actually, he does kind of
look like him. Doesn't he?
He looks like Joaquin Phoenix. Keenan, we found the inspiration for the movie Her. It's a Gundam fan who made that.
He just watched Gundam. It's like, I got an idea.
He was like, ha-ha!
Anyway, we go back to White Base as they've now finally gotten out of Zeon territory. They're away from the desert, and they're now at sea.
Yes, and this is where my favorite recurring character in the show makes their appearance. The instruction manual is back, y'all. And we using it to fix something? Like the second computer?
I'll explain. So
please do.
We peer into Amuro's room, which is only lit by the light from outside.
Oh wait, is that his room? Like
it's his room.
Okay, yeah. It looks like just an empty dark room with a spotlight in it. It was very weird.
Yeah, again, the light is coming from the window which looks like the only window in that room.
Yes.
It's a very utilitarian room where it's just, gray and it has a table and a bed.
I didn't even because wasn't he on the? I just saw like him in a circle in a circle of light in the middle of darkness on the floor fixing.
Yeah, because that's how they frame it. Is Amuro's on the floor, hunched over, tinkering with a little piece of technology. Then Frau comes in, offering food and drink. And what he's working on is Gundam's has it has a computer because it's a giant robot. So he's working on a backup computer, probably because of what happened to him in the last episode. Mm-hmm. Because when the Gao attack carrier used tackle to knock the Gundam down, the Gundam got fried and he couldn't operate it. So he's working on a countermeasure for that.
When that gentle love tap sent the Gundam flying.
Just a few feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's working on that. Like I said, Frau comes in with the food. And he's having some feelings.
But not even.
And when I
say
he's having some feelings, it's more like lack of feelings.
I mean, even here, I wasn't... Yeah, this feels more like he has feelings than what we get later.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
he's very solemn and he sounds depressed.
He is. He's very depressed and very upset. And then Haro does the thing that also drives me nuts if I am in a
when it talks.
Bit of depression. Well, it's like it just is annoying him, and then to the point where Frau actually is like, Haro, leave him alone.
Yeah, but it's a robot. How would a robot know how to understand?
Just press the off switch.
Just press the off switch.
I'm not as taken with Haro as I believe we're supposed to of the Sunrise mascot. We will see if he grows on me.
Yeah, it rolled up to Amuro, and it says what most people hate hearing is, you seem sad.
Yeah. Here's the thing. While it is perfectly acceptable if you have a friend suffering from anxiety and depression and you want to just check on them and be like, how are you doing? That is a lovely thing. They might not be willing to talk to you. That's fine. They will come when they're ready.
Right.
What I would not recommend doing is going up to them and sweetly saying, you seem sad.
Well, since it's a robot, it doesn't really know how to do sweet.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that I can understand why he was immediately frustrated with the situation, and I think Frau should have removed the robot.
Well, she did. Not by hand, but it went along with what she ordered it to do.
Yeah. But first it bothered him some more, then she told it to shut up.
Yeah, although he's so busy working on the thing that he's kind of not really paying attention. He's like, oh, you think so?
Yeah, he's just working on this little box.
Yeah. But Frau, is his best friend, so she knows exactly what to do. She just leaves it for him. She says she'll come get it in a couple of minutes when you're done. And then just leaves him to, be on his own. So I'm pretty sure it's no secret that she saw what happened last episode, and that would be traumatizing to anybody.
Yeah, it was just... But I had mixed feelings through the episode about how...
Amuro handled that whole thing.
Well, how they had Amuro. Yeah, because it just felt very... And when I say mixed feelings, I kept flipping from I really love this to I don't care for this within instance. Because it is a very different situation for him to, instead of have people in giant robots trying to kill him, have a woman standing there pointing a gun at him because she's looking to kill him, and as far as he knows, only him. Yeah. Her goal was to kill him, the person, which is very upsetting and weird. However, we did just come off of an episode
where he did kind of have a breakdown
where he had a breakdown over his struggles with war. So yet again, I will say, wouldn't episode 9 have fit in so wonderfully as episode 7, and we could have had more padding before this?
Right.
I will never get over that as long as I live.
Oh, neither will I. That episode sucks.
Well, that was the thing. I don't want to say I disliked what they did with Amuro in this episode, but I'm also not 100% sure I liked it. I literally cannot make up my mind about how I feel about how much weight they gave to the moment of Isalina preparing to kill him.
And I can understand why you feel that way, because the last few episodes goes back and forth on it, where one episode he's going through his mental issues, another episode he's perfectly fine, like he's gotten
another
over
episode he's javeling his shield at people, like,
right,
you know,
and coming up with new designs for his beam sabers.
Yeah, like the whole thing, it was just like, I was just very conflicted about the idea to take on this storyline now as opposed to earlier or even later.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, because they do it, we have some really amazing moments in this episode.
And some moments you were really questioning.
And some I was just, it just felt like we were retreading where we've already been. So, you know, I'm on the fence.
Yeah. So Amuro, for once, does the sensible thing. He's just like, you know what? Yeah, Frau's right. I should probably go up and eat. So he goes to eat the sandwiches aggressively.
No, I hated this. I was so... Talk about the most upsetting way to eat a sandwich. He stares dead face.
Yeah, he doesn't blink.
Straight ahead. No blinking. No change in emotions. Just stares blankly.
Just pounding those sandwiches
and
down.
Just keep shoving sandwich. It is the most unnerving thing
like
I have ever seen in an animated television show. I was like, geez, what is he doing? He just staring like at the camera, like at you, like this is the fucking ring.
Right.
And we have 7 days left because Amuro, like we saw Amuro eat these sandwiches.
He's gonna crawl out of the TV and kill us.
Yeah, like it was hella creepy, because I would like to point out he's still in as far as I knew, just a random dark room. So but Keenan knew was his bedroom.
Yeah, so it seems like right now Amuro is operating on autopilot.
Yeah. P.S. Not the only creepy as shit thing that they're gonna do with Amuro this week.
And I know what you're referencing. But we're done with Amuro for now. We gotta go back up to the Bridge of White Base, and Sayla is talking to Captain Bright and letting him know that one of our engines is underperforming. It got damaged, and well, we could only do the best we can right now. My favorite thing about this scene, just the opening of this, is that Hayato is there with a clipboard. He hears Bright and Sayla talk to each other, and he just walks away.
I didn't even notice him. I heard his name later. I don't remember even seeing him in this episode.
And he doesn't speak in this episode either. You know, we don't see Kai either, even though they reference him.
I was very upset. Yes. Because as far as we know, he was in the gun cannon.
Yes, he was in the gun cannon this time. Yeah, but it's like Hayato knew exactly where this conversation was going, so he's like, okay, I'm out of here. You guys deal with your problem right now.
Yeah, really, it was just the core 3 of our leaders that we saw this week. Well, I mean, Ryu was around a lot more than we usually see him.
Yeah, he's had a lot of action the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, it all started with the toaster.
It started with the toaster.
And we've been going with that ever since.
Yep. So Bright's whining that why hasn't this thing been fixed? And Mirai just puts her head up and just like, we didn't have time.
Yes, because my girl know what's up.
She has such an attitude about it, and I love it.
Yeah, and Bright's really getting it from all sides this week, because then
the kids
show up vacuuming.
Yeah, they're
the quietest vacuuming I've ever seen. Like it does, like it just silent. Oh, my kingdom for whatever vacuum it is that they use.
I don't even know if they're actually vacuuming at the moment. They just brought up a shop vac with them, and they're just laughing.
They at least seem to think they're vacuuming. Well, or at least, well, no, she at least plays like they think they're vacuuming. Because then when he yells at her to be like, "This is not a playground," she does her classic move of bursting into tears. Just long enough to get an apology and then turn them off and stick her tongue out at him as he walks away right after.
Kika is a genius.
I love her. She will wreck your shit if you step to her. She did it with Lieutenant Piccolo. Mm-hmm. She doing it again with Bright.
She's the cutest little 4-year-old girl.
Yeah, like you should be, like even with Sayla and Mirai on board, there is no one anyone should fear more on that ship than her.
Oh yeah, and Mirai's well aware of it, because when Bright yells at them that this is a Federation ship, not a playground, get out, she turns to him and she's like, hey, Mr. Bright.
Yeah, she's like, excuse you. Which is what happens every time Kika gets yelled at. The nearest adult then yells at that adult for yelling at her.
Right, because that's just going to make things worse.
Kika is the puppet master. She knows what she's doing, and I respect her game.
Absolutely. And Bright fell for it hook, line, and sinker because he's just like, okay, I'm just going to go take a break. And then he goes to apologize and, gives her a little pat in the head, pats Katz on the head, who's the oldest boy out of the 3 group of kids, and then walks off and, like Jeff said, just turns around and sticks her tongue out at him like, nah.
I love her.
She's great. And then we get to see Bright in his bedroom for once. He
also did not know it was a bedroom, thought it was just another dark room with a spotlight in it. That he was just...
But it's also got an easy chair.
Yeah. All of them just have, like, interrogation rooms that they just hang out in. Like the phone rooms in our office, but instead it's where we just lie in the dark and think.
It is a military ship. I don't think, based on what my friends have told me who have been in the Navy, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah, were they in the Space Navy? Because...
it's the Federation military.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. We've always seen their bedrooms before. It's never just been a single light in a dark room where you can't even see the other furniture.
Well, again, it's not a light. Like, I'm sure they have other lights in there.
I'm talking about the artistic choice, Keenan. We could have shown that it was a bedroom. Instead, it was the set of Chicago.
We're trying to show a little bit of drama because Bright's tired.
Literally, he's just laying there, and I'm just waiting for him to, like, silence, be like,
they had it coming.
6. Squish. Cicero. Lipschitz. Join me, Mirai. Right. Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero. Lipschitz.
Yeah, she comes in and actually has a couple of words with Bright, which I thought was interesting. He's like, why is Mirai going to check up?
I'll tell you why. Ooh.
Somebody's in love.
Ooh. Yeah, I was feeling it. I was feeling the vibes, Keenan.
Is that a pairing you're down for, though?
Yeah, actually, because I think he really respects her. And I think it would be a strong, equally supportive relationship.
I'm glad you see it that way. Because we definitely...
Until he proves it otherwise, I am on board.
Yeah, but for all we've seen throughout the whole course of this series is that Bright and Mirai and Sayla, to some extent, they're the ones that usually come up with everything that they're doing.
Well, really, it just feels like they're a team.
Bright has enough trust, even though he's now the captain, to talk to his pilot and bounce ideas off of her. And he greatly respects it. And he also respects her flying ability.
Well, and to me, it just feels like the 3 of them are the leadership team because the ideas come from them. Every episode we have a discussion between the 3 of them of what's going on, what's happening. It feels like, yes, he's technically the captain, but they are the 3 co-equal people who run the ship and what goes on in it. Like the branches of government.
Sure, at least when it works.
Well, you know.
But what she has to say about him, I think, was really sweet. She comes in, shuts the door, and he's like, well, I think I know what you're going to say. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to say it anyway. You always have to be the responsible one. Everyone's counting on you. And
says one of the other 2 people who have only been shown to be responsible.
Right, and Bright admitted is just like, I'm not so sure about that.
It was a nice moment for both of them.
As quick as it was, because it immediately gets interrupted by a call, which I have a problem about this.
Do tell, Keenan.
You remember a couple episodes ago where Amuro had his first mental breakdown. He wouldn't go out and fight, and Bright punched him. You remember that?
Yes.
You remember how that all started?
Thought I did. Guess I didn't. Tell me.
Let me take you back.
Let's go.
Amuro's
We're going back in time. Yes.
Amuro's in his room eating a tomato that Kika gave him because they stole from the kitchen.
Yes.
He's hunched over, and everybody has a little monitor in their room. His just automatically comes on with Bright's face on it, saying, you need to go out and fight.
Yes.
And we
both
I
hated it.
It was creepy and weird. We hate it.
Yeah, I hate it here too.
Guess what Bright does, though? his doesn't just automatically come on. He gets to push a button, and then it comes on, because he seems to be the only one who has privacy.
Gross. Moving on.
I think that's stupid and dumb. Everybody should have privacy.
I hate it. It's bad.
Anyway, so Sayla gives them a call and says ships are coming after them. So they go off to go to the bridge and deal with it. And then we see the Zanzibar coming in, and it's actually coming in real fast because it's coming in from re-entry. So it barely really needs to fly. It just needs to fall because coming into space is such a... I mean, I'm no astronaut or anything, but I know that re-entering Earth is... you fly at such incredible speeds. That's why if you're not prepared for it, like if your ship isn't strong enough, you'll burn up in the atmosphere. So they're setting up the next battle. Then we go back to Zoom City. We're back at the funeral.
Yes.
They fire cannons and start the funeral proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
They have people carrying out caskets and what I assume is a flag of some sorts. I'm not sure. It's the way they frame it is that the people are very, very, very tiny.
Yeah, weird that you mentioned caskets with an S.
I'm sorry, casket.
No, but... actually, I seem to remember there being more than one casket as well. I feel like they were ceremonial. Well, one, his body isn't in any of them. He blown up.
Yeah, it was all just for show.
Yeah, but still, weird that there were multiple show caskets at the Zeon funeral.
Who knows? Anyway, that's not the real important thing that happens here. What really happens here is what Jeff referenced earlier. While the Zabi family's watching this going on, Cassilia brings up, what is going to happen with Char, Dozel?
Yeah, and we really don't get it, because Dozel doesn't even answer.
Not really. Giran actually answers for him. Apparently, Char has gone home.
Yeah, we don't get told where home is.
Nope, we certainly don't. We can only assume it's Zeon because he is a Zeon soldier.
So but I'm like, but did he have enough time to turn around a space trip that fast? He was just fighting the Federation just last week, so I don't know what. Yeah, I'm very interested to find out what quote unquote home is, because we don't find out this episode.
It beats me, but who knows? This may have actually taken. This could be like a week or a couple of days after what happened in the last episode.
Yeah, unclear.
Yeah, it's unclear about that. But that's all we know is that Char has apparently gone home. Dozel just...
Or at least that's what they think.
Dozel just confirms it by just kind of going,
Or at least that's the intel they have gotten.
Yeah, and that gives Cassilia some ideas.
Oh, it does? I didn't even notice.
So they do a close-up of her face, assuming that she's a scheming and a plotting.
Oh, is she also a scheming and a plotting? Along with the shady blonde who we think she's a loving wife and I know better?
Well, it's less clear about Haman, but Cassilia calls over a Zeon soldier who's sitting behind them. Like, they have a whole bunch of, like, other military that sits behind the Zabi family. Mm-hmm. They, they're there to just kind of, be there and salute to them and be their attendants. So one comes over.
You're on saluting duty today? You're just going to stand there and you're going to salute until they tell you otherwise. We are a nation about freedom.
Put yourself in Garma's shoes if he were still alive. And don't tell me.
Oh my God, what the most fabulous shoes. Oh, I'm sure they were gorgeous. Is the Louboutins.
A Louis Vuitton.
Like a nice
Gucci.
Like, ooh.
But don't tell me you wouldn't do the same thing. Be like, you're on saluting duty.
I'd like to hope I wouldn't, actually, Keenan. But I'm good to know where your head's at.
Well, come on. You're imagine you're Garma Zabi. You're wonderful. You're powerful. You're a captain.
Yeah, then I would hope, if it's me...
You have portraits painted of you that are huge.
Well, here's the thing.
Size of a wall.
If I'm going through Garma's mind, I'm sure he loved it. If I'm going through Jeffrey's mind, my hope is I would be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be starting a dictatorship under the veil of freedom. That's what I would do, but,
Anyway, so an attendant goes over to whisper something, or Cecilia whispers something to him. He's like, right away. So that's how we know that she's a scheming in a plot.
As she do. Mm-hmm. I enjoy her.
And that's all. That's all we have of that. Because now
that's kind of the last. We do go back to the funeral later, but that's kind of it for the younger siblings. For this episode,
we just had to set up that there's some shady dealing going on.
And then shit gets wild.
Yeah, the Zanzibar and their little reentry capsules open fire on White Base, and they hit them immediately. Like, they hit one of their engines. Like, they're not damaged enough to start going down yet, but they're gonna have to make a landing soon. So because of that, Bright gets the idea, just like, okay, this is a bad situation. Let's go fly into a storm.
Yeah, and this is when my mind gets fucking blown.
Because
it's a lightning storm. Yeah. And the kids are scared of the lightning.
Which, okay, they're children. Lightning is scary.
They are, and lightning is scary. And then we hear what I thought was a little white lie to calm down the children.
Turns out,
where Fraubo is trying to comfort them, and because they're shaking a lot from the lightning that's hitting them. You know, lightning,
and it's loud and it's bright and scary.
And Frau's like, "Oh, children." She doesn't say that, but she should. She goes, "Don't worry, that's just a new Xeon weapon." And I was like, "What now? Hold up."
She closed her eyes and is hugging them while saying
that. And she's like, "No, that's just a new Xeon weapon." And I thought, oh, you're not really going to be able to, explain lightning right now. I get it. They're kids. They've probably never been out the colony, so you're just saying lightning's a Xeon weapon. How cute.
But then, you know who else says that? A full-grown man on the Zanzibar.
Yeah,
that's a new Federation super weapon.
Yeah, look at this new Federation super weapon. And then my boy, my captain.
We get his name in this scene, so I can go ahead and stop hiding it from you. His name is Lieutenant Rawl.
Yeah, Lieutenant Rawl just goes, "That's lightning. That is an Earth thing.
It's a phenomenon.
I've been here been to Earth before. I've seen a lightning." And I was like, no one knows what lightning is, which makes sense, but also sounds fucking really ridiculous. Y'all still use faxes and you don't know what lightning is. I don't understand the rules of this world.
It baffles me because, yes, I could understand that if you were born in space and have never been to Earth before, you would not know what lightning is. However, why are they not educating people about it?
I am then immediately scrolling through my memory banks, trying to figure out, wait, what other weather have they seen since they've been on Earth? Have they seen rain? Have they seen snow?
No.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm like, what do they know? What don't they know? They don't know what lightning is. What are we working with here? It blew my mind.
So everything on the colonies is 100% artificial. So so they still get oxygen so they can breathe and whatever. Like, they have filters for stuff and that. But the weather is not a thing. They don't have that. They just are
which makes sense.
They do have day and night cycles because they have panels that kind of that block out the sun, just so that doesn't screw up people's sleep.
Yes, so very kind, very thoughtful.
Yeah, but weather? No rain, no snow.
Yeah,
no wind.
It never crossed my mind. No wind,
no
rain. Oh, winter snow. It never crossed my mind that they would not understand basic weather. So that was just a fun moment for me, where I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay, she's trying to. No, wait a minute.
It's not a lie. They believe it.
Yeah. And then we cut to the scariest fucking shit I have seen on the show.
Real quick though, before we get to what's happening in Amuro's room again,
I just want to get it over with. Yes.
I know.
What did I miss?
You missed a pretty bad line read by Captain Bright. That was almost as bad as what you claim Hamon's reading was.
Claim, truthfully proclaim. Potato.
Yeah. So they get a word that now they're starting to lose power, and this is his exact line read for it. That's bad timing. And I internally I was laughing.
Oh, I actually like that line read because I thought that was very realistic because he was all up with his sweetie and then he's like, that's not great. This could be better.
You said it better than he did, though.
Well, it
was pretty awkward.
Call me Sunrise.
But that's because
you want to do that SD Gundam Force redub?
Give us
y'all. Let me be the French. Oh, I will be the French Gundam. And
Jeff,
it will be très bien.
Jeff, stop. We have French listeners. Please stop.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That wasn't very classy. I just wanted to get my audition in here. Like that girl who made the billboard for Tyler Perry and he said, please never do that again. That was my moment.
I apologize on behalf of Jeff.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, France. That was not cute. I take it all back. I sit in my shame. I'm almost as ashamed as Keenan should be of himself for betraying me the way he did.
Oh, stop it.
Actually, no, I'm more ashamed.
You went to a cultural problem.
I'm sorry.
There was also something that Bright asked in this episode that I actually had to do research on. He asked Mirai if the other ship is using ECM, which I was like, huh? What on earth are you talking about?
I was like, oh yeah, ECM.
That's EDM.
Yeah, well, maybe not in the Universal Century, Keenan.
No, apparently ECM is electronic countermeasures, which is another fancy way of saying more radar jamming. First, we get Minotsky particles.
And Minotsky particles came up again, and I was like, y'all, this is some rad bug Billy ass fake science that you are throwing around here.
It's the only way to fly,
He wasn't wrong.
Okay, now that's enough stalling.
I hate it, Keenan. I hate it because I thought it was just going to be from a distance, and then we got a close-up.
Yeah, after they find an island to land on, we see Amuro, and he is dead-eyed, no pupils.
I was about to say,
no color.
Don't just say dead-eyed. He just has stark white eyes with no pupils. And I was like, first you see it from a distance, and I'm like, oh, they're just doing that as a light trick from the distance, and an artistic, symbolic choice from a distance. And when we get close up, he's just gonna be staring straight ahead, kind of creepy, like he would with the sandwiches. Oh no, we get a close up on his pupilless face, and I was like, it was very effective. So when I say I hate it, it was very good.
Yeah.
But I was very upset. I was like, yeesh. I thought he was going to turn to the camera and be like, hello, Jeffrey.
He's now a horror movie monster.
I love your unicorn horn. I was so upset. I was so scared, Keenan. I was so scared.
But good on them for making that artistic choice because it is definitely unsettling to look at. So because of that, he didn't get word that Bright called for everybody to scramble while Mirai's going to land White Base on that island. So Ryu has to come in, who's lost his tan again.
Yeah. Ryu makes a choice that I thought was weird. Well, he goes right in for the slap. No, barely any discussion, barely anything. He's just like, Amuro, get it together. Whack. Yeah. I'm like, he could have just woken up. When I've just woken up, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, staring dead-eyed myself.
Well, hopefully with not just the whites in your eyes.
I have pupils. But still, Also, we had a moment later where I would have been like, now would have been a good time to slap him. Now. Right, not like, then. Now.
Like, get a hold of yourself. But no, he just follows the Bright method of let's just start with punching.
Yeah. Hi, hold on. I'm this gigantic man, and I just need to slap this child really quick.
Yeah, and he's conscious. Like, as soon as like Ryu starts pulling him by like the straps of his tank top, he's like, all right, you don't have to hit me, I'm going.
Yeah, he takes getting slapped in the face very well.
Mm-hmm. Then we go back to the Zanzibar with Lieutenant Rawl, and now they've like completely lost White Base in the storm, and he just tells them, okay, we're going to go after them even if we start running out of fuel. So they're not giving up their chase on White Base just yet.
Nope.
Now, back to what Jeffrey was alluding to earlier. Now Amuro, conscious, he suits up in his white pilot suit. He puts his helmet on. He gets a little uncomfortable about it. Like, he puts the visor down, and then he opens it back up saying, this is a weird feeling. I feel like I'm suffocating.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't know. Well, first does he say like, I think I have the wrong helmet or something?
Not exactly. He stopped moving for like a second, and Ryu is just kind of watching him from the doorway. It's just like, This was very good. I love this where you really see his anxiety kick in, where he just is like, I can't breathe in this. I can't. Like, yeah. Is very poor timing to be dealing with the enemy. This, not the moment when I think he should have slapped him. It's still later. Oh, I know what you mean. But before that, we have our break in the episode.
Yes, Shao!
With a brand new animation.
Yes, of a Gundam with a beam sword.
Before the breaks in between the episode, to show that it's the halfway point, it was just the logo of Mobile Suit Gundam. Now it's the Gundam itself pulling out the beam saber and doing a really cool action pose.
I loved it.
Which is really cool. And it's animated really well, actually.
Is.
But yeah, when we come back, the little re-entry capsules are searching around the island after White Base has successfully landed, which, I know their engines are failing, but every time that thing lands, it always has to land, like, abruptly where it skids across the dirt in the ground, and I'm just like, oh, that can't be good for the paint.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just have a feeling that our priorities at the moment might not be their sweet paint job.
I know.
But I appreciate the suggestion.
It just makes me think of like my car and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, I don't want to go through.
You know what? If I had spaceships shooting at me every week,
I know I wouldn't be worrying about that
fuck the paint job. I'm just trying to keep Helen alive at that point.
Yeah. So they fly over. Bright is looking at them from the window of the bridge on White Base. She's like, oh God, please just don't find us. Keep going. Lieutenant Rawl, wasting no time, is already ready to go out in a pilot suit. The re-entry capsules, they finally spot them, or at least they think they spot them. They shoot up a flare. They let Rawl know that they found them. So now they're turning around and going after them. So White Base, seeing that they're on their way, is just like, okay, launch missiles, Gundam, gun cannon, gun tank, get out there.
Yep. You won't be able to see them. Just shoot into the fog. We're just trying to hit them.
Yeah, don't worry about what you can't see. Just fire.
Yeah, and then they cut, but like, they pull up they're like, everyone get to their thing. And Ryu calls and is like, hey... He's a little weird at the moment. And then you see the most uncomfortable running scene.
Not yet, because I think you skipped over something that I found a little odd.
Probably.
Is that in order to get Amuro to go into the Gundam, Ryu has to drag him by the hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was before he gets in the cockpit, though.
Yeah, I'm talking about before he got in the cockpit.
Oh, because you're saying that Ryu called Bright.
I thought he was talking to them because I thought they were seeing them run on their screen.
No, this is when they were already inside.
Yeah, but no, he's just like dragging Amuro behind him, and Amuro's just like running like dead faced.
I wouldn't even call it running.
No, he's not running. He's not being dragged. He's technically in motion. It's very distressing. Everything Amuro does upsets me this week.
That's why I said he's being led. But yeah.
I wouldn't. It's hard to even call it led. It's just like Hayato's just like has a new like.
You mean Ryu?
Ryu just has like an extended body at this point.
Right. I said Lieutenant Rawl is about to go out, and now he finally gets ready. He gives Haman a kiss goodbye. Although she has even though like you hate her monotone reading, she does have a line that I thought was pretty funny. She says that she likes seeing him in battle as opposed to sitting on the sidelines and giving orders like a traffic cop.
It was a very funny line.
But you wish it would have been delivered a bit better.
I love this so much more than sitting you on the sidelines like a traffic cop.
She does not sound like GLaDOS.
I don't know who GLaDOS is, but yeah, I bet she does.
GLaDOS is the enemy robot in Portal. It's a video game. And that's what she talks like.
Oh, speaking of enemy robots, she talks like the villain from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, she talks like Hal?
Yes!
Wow, you really do not like her.
It's not that I dislike her. I distrust her. Those are two very different things. I find it a very interesting character choice that she only talks in mono-robotic tones.
I'm not sure that was a choice, but who knows? If you're out there and you're on Twitter, hit us up. I would like to know.
And come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show.
If you're out there and you're hearing us, come on the show.
Hit us up. Now we get an introduction to a new Zeon toy as opposed to a new Gundam toy.
Oh my god, that's sexy blue Zaku. Hello. Well, or at least I think it's a Zaku at first. I will be told otherwise later.
You'll be told right now.
Does he doesn't say it now.
No, but to my recollection, I don't think anybody says what it actually is.
No, it doesn't say what it is, but he says it's not a Zaku about 17 times later.
And so do the Federation people too. So this blue...
Weird, it looks like a Zaku.
Well, yeah, but it's Zeon. It's on brand. This is actually the next in line to the Zaku, the successor, with a very hilarious name. I have heard it said as Goof. I have heard some people say Guff.
Did they say that this week?
No, it's not mentioned in this episode at all.
Don't spoil for me, Keenan. They're
just
gonna
told
say
you.
It eventually.
No, they won't.
They're in the whole show. They never say what it is.
No.
Oh, it was Goof.
This is. Damn it.
Yeah, you should just call it the sexy blue Zaku. Now you can't handle yourself.
Or the blue demon.
You goofed yourself.
I did goof myself. The goof was made to be specifically to be on Earth. It is not is not meant for space battling. So Lieutenant Rawl is going in with new tools, and he clearly shows that he can definitely outperform our Federation boys in that thing.
Well, clearly he has more experience, and he has been a warrior for a very long time. Like,
yeah.
They go very the opposite with Garma, where Garma was the young hotshot, and this guy is the seasoned. But he's like Char is a middle ground between those two characters.
Right. So Lieutenant Rawl's goof does look like a blue Zaku. It has more armor. It also has spikes on its shoulders.
Yeah, it does. It has spikes for fighting.
Like a blue Diablo.
It looks really cool. I really enjoy it.
And a horn on its head, kind of like Char's red Zaku.
We matched.
And it has a couple of neat little tricks up its sleeve.
Yeah. Ooh, I enjoyed its main weapon a lot.
Mm-hmm. So he goes out with two of his pilots, which get names. They are Akun and Kozun.
Yes.
Who are piloting just regular Zakus.
And are much better at it than any other excuse my yawn talk. And they are much better at it than any other pilot we've seen up to this point at piloting Zakus.
Yeah, because they actually listen to Lieutenant Rawl's strategies.
Yeah, and when people shoot at them, they fucking move.
Uh-huh. And to showcase this, the first thing that Lieutenant Rawl says to them before they take off which is very smart, is if the enemy mobile suit shows up, don't stray too far from the ship. What a concept.
Well, that's the thing is, it's what makes, I think, Lieutenant Rawl more dangerous than Garma is not only his military prowess, which he's clearly gained over the years. His people are extremely uniform and in line with him.
Yeah.
So everyone it gets a very elite team feel to it. Because here's the thing. Both Char and Garma sent multiple Zaku's after.
Yeah.
Garma sent tons, whereas Char only sent like what he had at the time, which was usually like 3.
Yeah, Garma's strength as being the captain of the Earth Occupation Forces is he had the numbers.
Yes,
so his position
but they
was
were bad. They were bad numbers.
But
this is just 3 dudes, and we are going to see they are much more capable than all of Garma's dudes.
Whereas with Char, he was kind of the one to take all the glory. Like, he had men serve with him, but he gave them very little instructions and didn't really come up with plans or formations.
Well, because he was so good, he didn't need their help.
Right. So he's the hot shot.
Yeah, whereas this guy is very much like a team player, and he is proud of his team, and he cares about moving as a unit and really respects the military mentality of like, these are my brothers and here's how we're gonna move in. And you could tell they really respect him because they are on their shit.
Yeah. They also respect Haman as well because
maybe they shouldn't, because maybe she's gonna kill them all.
Okay, well, we'll worry about that if it happens. The other 2 reentry capsules, they reach out to her and is like, okay, we're running out of fuel. We're going to have to turn back. And she's like, okay, I order you guys to go back.
Burn into the sea.
Wouldn't that be something? So, which causes Mirai to be confused. She's like, huh? They're sending them back. What's going on? And then they see that the Zaku's are coming.
Which is a great foreshadowing about not only that there's Zaku's coming, which are obviously stronger, but it's also great foreshadowing where they're used to everything getting thrown at them.
Yeah.
They're not used to, we don't need to throw everything at you. These 3 got this.
Right. So they pick them up on radar, and then Bright, for some reason, he says that the Gundam is the only thing that can protect them right now.
He says that every week.
I know, but it still baffles me. It's just like, you haven't wasted everything, you know?
No, but he says that every week.
He's like, no, the Gundam is the only thing that can protect their ship.
Well, you know what, Keenan? The show isn't called Mobile Suit Gundam.
I know, but sometimes, like, it feels a little forced.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like in Suicide Squad when they're like, we're the bad guys. Hey, stay bad, sweetie. Yeah, we're villains. Duh.
Right. Like,
we're the bad guys? Those are some bad guys.
Yeah, this is like a line that was in the trailer that needed to be cut. Now, this is when Ryu calls Bright and just be like, Amuro's got battle fatigue.
Yeah, that was a weird thing where he's just diagnosing him right there.
Apparently, a lot of rookies get it.
Yeah.
Really? We haven't seen that from anybody else.
Yeah, listen, it's early. I can kind of accept that. I think it needed more of a conversation. I feel like it would have been much better if this had been brought up maybe the last time we dealt with this, right, or where it's like Amuro is suffering. If there had been a discussion between the leadership that Amuro is suffering from this thing, what are we going to do if he freezes up, what have you? Instead, it's kind of just a throwaway line of exposition like, oh, he is suffering from battle fatigue. Now let me read you the Webster Dictionary definition of battle fatigue. And I was like, this could have been handled better.
I guess, yeah, now that you mention it.
Like, he is not throwing out his best moves this episode, as we will see.
Well, not true. He does have a few good ones, but Ryu just kind of just like, okay, well, we're gonna have to launch Amuro.
Yeah,
and he puts
now's would have been the great time to slap him.
Yeah. So instead, he just kind of like just moves his arms into position and be like,
yeah,
all right, we're gonna launch.
Yeah,
good luck.
We're gonna set you out into a battlefield where people are shooting at you and your big robot.
While
good luck.
While he's like, semi-conscious.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
So
this is a terrible plan.
So Sayla has to be like, okay, we're getting ready to launch the catapult. Amuro, you ready? And he's like, yeah, I'm totally ready. And she's like, what? I can't hear you.
Did he even say that? I thought he was just sitting there like comatose.
No, he was muttering. But Sayla is like, I can't hear you. I need you to confirm that we're going to launch. And Bright's like,
and then
no,
I was like,
launch.
Just send him. Just launch him.
Okay.
Launch him. We betray him like Keenan betrays Jeffrey. Just throw him into battle.
I appreciate that you've kept the gag going for this long. And that's all I'll say on the matter.
What gag, Keenan?
We're good friends, trust us. He's doing the little, like, I see you motion. Yeah, so the launch shocks Amuro awake. Like, violently. So, to a point where he's like, he has to have, like, a split-second reaction to get the Gundam upright before he crashes. Although Sayla does wish him luck.
Magically, that didn't help.
No, but for some reason, like, this is, I think, like, the second or third time where she's actually said something directly to him, and then that kind of, like, spurs him to do something.
Yeah, but he doesn't really do anything. He lands out there, and then he's like, ah!
Well, I mean, he's now
like,
awake.
oh, we're back. We're back to the good old days.
And then we get a really cool establishing shot of the goof on top of a cliff with the lightning in the background.
This shit ruled. They were standing up there like they were about to do their like Sentai roll call. Like, what up, fuckers? We here. You ready?
Yeah, and everybody has a reaction to it. Amuro's like, oh my god. Bright sees it and is like, I have never seen anything like that before. Get Kai and Ryu out there right now.
Yeah, Kai, who we never see on screen.
No, but we assume that he's in the gun cannon.
And Ryu, who's like, Hayato, fire! We're not going to show Hayato. We're just going to have Ryu
and
yell
make
fire.
it snappy.
Yeah, make it snappy.
He actually says that. But yeah, so they also, White Base shoots a cannon at it. Rawl dodges out of the way. And then, now, I want to point something out.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
So, first of all, cue up the Devo, because, da-na-na-na-na, correct that whip! The goof has a whip, and it's freaking rad.
Okay, no, I didn't know what it was, and I really didn't know what you were gonna do. Just a lot of surprises on this end of the table. Yeah, though, your beautiful rendition of Devo aside, that shit did rule. I love the electricity whip.
I feel personally attacked. That was not very nice of you, Jeff.
Hey, you want to talk about being personally attacked, Keenan? What's happening in town tomorrow, Keenan, that I won't be going to because I never heard about it?
So, yeah, the goof has an electro whip, although it's not called an electro whip. And it's actually something that inspires something in Gundam Wing. You remember the Epion? Zex Marquise's ultimate bad suit?
Yes, I didn't remember the name, but I love that suit.
The
with
one
the
that
whip.
with the whip. That's where it got it from. It was from this.
Yeah, they look very different, Keenan.
They're very different, but
this one looks like an eel, and that one looks like a murder weapon.
Yeah, it's the heat rod. The heat rod is something that started in this episode and would become a trend later on. This one fires electricity, though. It's strange that they would call it a heat rod, but whatever.
I mean, if you get electrocuted, you hot.
True. The other thing I want to point out is the Gundam came out with a bazooka.
Yes. No, okay, this is where I thought you were going.
Amuro gets overwhelmed by the goof, but he also gets outplayed by Lieutenant Rawl's strategy. He jumps back over the cliff. Gundam goes after it after Amuro tells Bright, hey, don't fire. I'm going in.
Yeah, but he says it. To me, it sounded like he was trying to say that to because he says, watch your fire.
Yeah.
I'm going in. And I thought he was saying that to the goof. Watch your fire. Here I come.
How?
I don't think he was saying it so they could hear it. I thought he was like, if you're at home playing like Super Smash Bros. Against the CPU, you're like, here I come, motherfucker. Like, I thought that was himself trying to like, yeah. But he said it in a way where he was like, yeah, watch your fire. Here I go. Because he's having a moment. My boy is having some rough times.
Yeah. So he goes over the cliff. The goof and the other two Zaku's were waiting for him, and they start shooting at him.
Yeah, it's not a great day for Amuro.
And then Amuro suddenly has a beam rifle. The bazooka is gone. Where did it go?
Oh, it'll be back in about 2 seconds.
So now we know that the Gundam not only is semi-indestructible, it has an endless supply of weapons. It also has hammer space because its weapons magically vanish.
Yeah, there was some slight animation error where the weapon kept changing based on the shot.
Yeah. So he's got the beam rifle. He starts shooting at them. Lieutenant Rawl tells one of his guys with the Zaku's to throw another new toy that they have, which is called the Cracker. The Cracker is a special grenade that, upon detonation, it releases other small grenades, and they explode.
Yes.
So they throw it. It
sends... like a Rice Krispies, you pour milk in the Rice Krispies. It's very similar.
Snap, crackle, pop. And the Gundam goes flying back as a result.
Yeah, this fight rules. BS, the whole... PS. This fight is very, very good, especially when for a moment Amuro does get his shit together, and then you find out his shit ain't as good as Raltz's shit.
Yeah, Rawl is impressed, but he clearly is better than
The weird
Amuro
thing is, Rawl is impressed when Amuro's doing what I would say is a bad job. And once Amuro finally starts to get it together, that is when Rawl is like, oh, sweetie.
Yeah. The reason why he's impressed is much like everybody who's encountered the Gundam is that normally under circumstances like he's about to do, where he takes the heat rod and he wraps it around the bazooka and forces it to explode. Normally, that would have destroyed a mobile suit.
Yes.
Because those bazooka shells are so powerful. The Gundam withstood it. Amuro put his shield up, just in the nick of time. He gets blown back, and Raw's like, oh, impressive. Then he goes in, again. Amuro does a nice little maneuver where he just takes the shield off of his arm, blocks the whip, and then immediately starts rushing in, getting ready to swing with the beam sword. But the goof has a shield of its own. And he uses it to block the incoming blow. And this is where
it rules because Amuro's going in with that shield haymaker, which we have seen work very well the last few episodes.
He did land a punch on the cockpit, but the cockpit withstood.
Yeah, that was the only thing he landed in that fight, because when Rawl did that shit and then was like, let me introduce you to my heat rod, aka lightning whip, and then just zaps the shit out of him again. The first one was just a hello. This was the real one. It ruled.
Which was so funny because right before he got zapped again, Ryu's coming in with the gun tank and he tells Amuro, don't get close to it. What does he do? He gets close to it. Zap.
Well, because Amuro just is running on like
adrenaline,
like and like shitty autopilot. Like he's not really thinking what he's doing. My favorite part of this is they come out with the gun tank and the gun cannon, these other advanced mobile suits, and he just is like, you two, like, hold them off. I want to fight this. And they do. Like, we've seen the gun cannon and the gun tank take out, like, a bunch of soldiers, and here it was, nothing.
Nope, because, like we mentioned, this team of three, they are a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
Because they know when to pull back and they know when to go in. To a point where when the gun cannon and gun tank start firing, while they get surprised that they have more mobile suits with them, Rawl tells them to go worry about those two, and I got the Gundam, or the white mobile suit.
Yeah. And the thing is, once Raul fully turns the fight on Amuro, he just starts screaming, This is no Zaku boy! No Zaku! And I was like...
And he kicks him!
Yeah, and I was like, you got really offended at the idea that this is just a Zaku. And I'm like, also, you had the face of a Zaku? I don't know what you expected. I was like, this just... Why does he look exactly the same? If he's not.
Oh, well. Raul's cool. He beats...
Raul rules.
Yeah.
But he doesn't destroy Amuro. No, because he realizes if they keep this going to the death, it might not work in his favor.
So he does a tactical retreat. After showing the Gundam who's boss.
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I loved about it, because Raul is smart enough to know this thing. Basically, I got the feeling like he knew, like, this thing is physically more. It's going to be really, really hard to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And in this fight, where I'm just getting to know its moves, it's also going to start to get to know my moves. And eventually I feel like he felt like, okay, this could turn on me. But now that I've got a taste for it and I'm in this kid's head, as, you know, made it look like it was super easy to be him, you know, like he's coming out having won all the way around, even though he didn't actually destroy any of the, he didn't destroy the gun tank, the gun cannon, White Base, or Gundam.
No, but they proved their point.
Yeah, well, exactly. It was a game. It was a very it was a power move. Is Absolutely. What this was.
So they successfully retreat because the Zamzabar comes in to pick them up, giving them cover fire so that White Base and the other mobile suits can't shoot them.
Yeah, they use solar flare.
they use solar
flare. And blind everyone.
And by solar flare, he means the ship's high beams.
Yeah.
Let me turn my blinker on.
Yep.
And then they go back up into the storm, and they're out of the episode.
Yeah, I feel like this is our new boss character, because I feel like Char has fully moved from kind of like the mini boss to main character who now has his own motivations and shit he's doing. I'm sure he will come into conflict with White Base again, but for the moment, he's treated just as a regular main character, not as the weekly antagonist.
Or he's shifting into the role of the anti-hero.
We don't know yet.
We don't know that,
but Garma kind of took over role of antagonist when they reached Earth, and now I feel like this is our new one, which I was expecting another one of the siblings, but then I thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, this is a 43 episode series, and there's only 2 siblings left who I think would be fodder before the final one. So
yeah. And they got a war. Sense. They got a war to fight. They're not so ready to rush into things head first.
No, but I bet you they will eventually.
We'll see as the episodes go on. Yeah, so Amuro is left wondering if they just deliberately ran away or if he was spared.
Yes.
Which I thought
they got in his head, which I think was the goal. But really, I think they didn't want to miss the big pay-per-view on TV that's going on when they get back to the ship.
Okay, so this is one of the best scenes in this entire show. Where
in all of Gundam, in all of Mobile Suit Gundam?
Just in this show. Not in all of Gundam franchise, but just in Mobile Suit Gundam, the TV series, and the film trilogy, is now we get to hear Giran's speech, which starts playing over as Amuro is left thinking about what was going on. Then we go inside White Base, and they're watching the telecast of Giran making the speech at the funeral. Everybody's coming around to watch. They should have brought out their popcorn.
Not for this. It was scary as shit.
It is pretty scary. Bright tells Amuro when he comes in that this is just nothing but propaganda against the Earth Federation. You should watch because you may learn something about this. Now that we're kind of wrapping things up, I did print the speech. I'm not going to read it, though, because it's very long.
It is. It's 3 full paragraphs.
But it's genius. I love how it was written. I love the actor who voiced it, who is Hiro Kanagawa, who plays Giran in this show. He is fantastic. Like,
it was a very good scene.
He is the supervillain that's ever supervillain.
Well, this was the turning point of the show. Like, Mobile Suit Gundam, the first 10 episodes were the first arc.
Yeah.
See, the episode 11 was kind of easing us into this second arc. Mm-hmm. This was the turning point. While we're still in what I would say is like the second arc, this was the turning point where we know what the show is now.
Yeah.
This made it very clear. And Zeon has always kind of been like a faceless enemy in that we didn't know a ton about it. We just saw some of the people who were involved in it, and we knew they were against our heroes. Now we know what Zeon's about, and it is terrifying.
Yeah, they are absolutely a dictatorship.
Yeah, they don't think so, though, and that's the scariest part.
Well, the citizens don't think so.
Yeah.
And that's what's really frightening, because that's exactly what the Third Reich did.
Yeah, because Gihren is very much, talking about freedom and independence.
And how the Federation has mistreated them for 50 years.
Yeah, and I was like...
They're greedy and terrible and have stomped all over our hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and I was like, y'all cheering for a monarchy and a dictatorship, and in the name of freedom, question mark, what are you doing?
So... to give a little bit of context, because the show won't really explain it, a part of that speech is true. The Earth Federation has not been kind to those that they sent up to space. They are very against immigration of people coming to Earth.
Wait, Keenan, I don't know any of this. Why are you telling me this?
Because you're not going to learn about it.
Ever?
Ever.
In the whole show?
Yes.
In all the series?
Yes.
Then how do you know?
Because I do research.
Where does this research come from? It has to have come up in some piece of media.
It's media you won't be able to purchase, I guarantee you that.
Listen, this better be true, because if I find out, you're spoiling me, Keenan.
No, it's in interviews with directors and in interviews and transcripts, like that kind of stuff.
All right, I'll trust you for now, but if this is a second betrayal...
I wouldn't do that to you. I may lie about tickets, but I will not...
already did.
I will not lie to you about the show.
I'll never get to hear the Hollow Bastion theme.
You have it on your iPod.
That's not the same! There's not a symphony in my room.
Get over yourself. Let's talk about more of the speech, because it's awesome. So, then he starts talking about how Garma's sacrifice, has caused us great grief. He asks why, to where we see somebody in a white suit. And as Jeff put it...
this Starsky and Hutch motherfucker, Char...
with his aviator sunglasses.
Is straight up Hutch from the 70s in this, like, white suit with his aviator sunglasses and his Robert Redford hair. It is bananas.
Which is not normally how we've seen his hair before, so he had to have done that up that way on purpose. This is the
first time. Yeah, he straightened it.
Yeah, he straightened it.
This is the first time this show made it very clear it was made in the 70s.
Yeah. He's at a bar watching the speech on TV. He's having a drink. Again, as he's watching the speech, and Gihren directly asks, Garmazabi was sacrificed. Why? He says because he was a spoiled brat with a lot of contempt in his voice. Mm-hmm. He downs his drink. He asks the bartender for another one, and then another man in a suit shows up, but we don't see his face. And he pays the bartender. He's like, I got this. And he sits down with Char. And Char immediately picks up on that this guy is from the Royal Guard. And then there's a weird exchange between them where he's like, how'd you know? Oh, because I smell it. Huh? How do you smell that?
Oh, easy.
Is it cologne?
Yes, it's the Royal Guard official cologne on sale. Only at Christmas. It's a holiday scent. Otherwise, I mean, all year the Royal Guard wear it, but it's available to the public for the holidays.
That does sound
in Zeon right after the dictator's address.
It does sound like Cecilia would have a perfume line.
Oh, please, this is Dozo. No, this is Gihren written all over it. You know that guy's a beauty influencer. It's Garma. No, it's Garma, actually. This is Garma's plot.
No, it isn't.
the scent.
It would be great if it was, but it's not. No.
Well, also, it's not a true thing, Keenan. We're making up. We're playing. We're making a joke. You started a joke and then poo-pooed the joke, Keenan.
Except I was staying on track with what actually happens. You are going off into fantasy land.
Excuse me, you're the one who brought it up, saying, is there a cologne that they wear?
Yeah, because why would Char know that somebody smells like he works for Casilia?
I was just taking it and rolling with it. The betrayal continues, everyone. You see how I'm treated?
No, Jeff just wants to fight. That's all he wants to do.
Shenanigans.
Right
I give and I give to my dear friend Keenan, who probably wants to end the episode because his apartment is really hot because he can't turn on the air conditioning while we're recording.
No, because...
And I am dragging it out with my fun jokes.
And throwing rubber bands at me. He says. Such a child.
A little. I will be young forever.
So that's the setup. Is the Royal Guard is approaching Char for some reason, probably to offer him some kind of deal.
Yeah, like a shady deal, though.
Like a real
we don't even
deal.
see his face.
No. The speech goes on. More of the same thing where he's just rousing the people to take action. You know, the Earth elite must be taught a lesson for their evil corruption.
Yeah, that was very real.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. The speech goes on as everybody, we see like many different shots of people watching the speech, from Amuro to Mirai to Raul and Haman on the Zanzibar having a sip of tea.
Yeah, it's just really, because what I loved about that is the fact that Whitebase was watching, especially, showed the scope of what this moment meant to the future of this war. And what I thought was really interesting is you could see genuine Noah played it off as just like, oh, here they go with their nonsense.
Right.
But you could see genuine concern on the faces of everyone because they knew the war is about to escalate, which is scary for a war that's already claimed half of the population of existence.
And has been going on for almost a year.
Yeah, and has already killed off half the population. And their actions are what caused this escalation because they're the ones who killed Garma.
So we end the episode as the speech comes to an end, with Giran's final words being Hail Zeon. After he's gotten the crowd fired up, they all start chanting Hail Zeon over and over and over.
Yeah, and we go out on that, don't we?
And over, and it doesn't stop until we go to the credits.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shit's about to get real.
Where Amuro is even like, oh my god, this is our enemy now.
Yeah, we did, because Zeon was kind of like this amorphous just organization or like government as far as we knew. And now what you see what really is at the core of Zeon? Not good, guys.
Nope. They are 100% pure evil. At least on Giran right now.
And don't they even say at some point in either this episode, the last episode, that really Giran is basically the ruler?
Yes.
And Dad is just the figurehead at this point.
Although not entirely. It was in the opening narration of this episode.
That's what I thought.
Is that the narrator says that Degwin has given some political power to Giran.
Yeah.
Now, Degwin is still the sovereign, but he's not...
Well, so's the queen, but the prime minister is the one really running... or for the most part, running parliament in the show.
Yeah. But...
or facilitating.
But Degwin still has some sway. Not in the same way like Queen Elizabeth does in the UK. Like, he's got more power than that. But who knows? Things may change because Giran is definitely making some moves to have everybody on Zeon join the cause.
Yeah, and join it and do everything in the way he thinks is best.
Now, one more thing I want to say before we wrap this episode up is there was something that was changed in this speech, and probably for good reason, is In the Japanese script, instead of saying Hail Zeon, they say Sieg Zeon, which is very similar to the Nazi salute, where they say Sieg Heil.
Oh, I thought well, I knew Heil Hitler.
Yes, but
what's the thing?
No, but they also
I didn't know.
They also say Sieg Heil.
So that's 100% what they're going for then. They are 100% saying Zeon are Nazis.
Yes.
Like that is where they're drawing the inspiration from.
If the outfits weren't a clear giveaway, if you've ever seen
I never caught it. I didn't catch it.
If you've ever seen photos of World War II,
I have learned a lot about World War II, and even I didn't recognize the parallels in the outfits. But so they were full on going for like this is like the new Nazi party.
Yes. Later on, out of respect to the creators of the show, they don't play as fast and loose with the translation all the time, where they actually will continue to use the original instead of Hail Zeon, but I thought it was interesting that they would change that for this one.
Oh, Keenan, so you're saying that Zeon continues after this show?
Well, you saw they're on the cover of Gundam: The Origin.
That happens before the show.
But it's made after the show.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was gonna sass you for spoilers, but you know what? You got me. That's very good. It's very good.
I told you I wouldn't lie to you about it.
You turned it around on me. I got you, Keenan. It was very good. I'm impressed. You're a good egg, Keenan.
Now,
except when you betray me.
This is going to become Jeff's mission for the rest of our show, for all time. He is out to prove that I am a liar and a cheat.
One, I would never accuse you of such things. I just said you are a turncoat, and that has already been proven today.
What was the last hour and a half been so far? Just a complete character assassination.
You win some, you lose some.
You are becoming Zeon, and it's a shame.
Okay, no, hold on. No, I'm going to put a stop to this right now. No. Because, Keenan, there are actual Nazis running around at the moment. I'm going to need you to not draw that comparison.
Good, that got you to stop talking.
Keenan!
It's all fun and games here, people.
Show some class. Yikes.
We have fun with each other. This is how we banter. Jeff and I have apologized to each other on air about it, actually.
You have never apologized. Only I have apologized. I would just like to point out.
Oh, really? Go back and listen to our episodes.
You see how he treats me.
That's my co-host. He doesn't respect the show that I invited him on.
Oh! End the episode, Keen. This is our final episode until episode 13.
You did. That's what you said at the beginning of this episode, so I'm just doing as you said.
Yes, I'm sticky to it.
So that's the end of it. We cut to credits. We get the preview of the next episode, which a new wrinkle is going to be added because we're not getting Hot Dad, but we're getting Amuro's mom.
We are.
Which is interesting. So we're going to find out.
Daddy come home.
Which will be interesting to see what happens when Amuro meets up with her, because we haven't seen or nor heard from her since episode 1. We've never seen her.
Did we hear from her in episode 1 even?
Nope. We know that Frau has made mention of her when...
Yeah, that was weird, because Frau mentioned her when Amuro...
Yeah, when they were looking at Coley and his mother.
Yeah.
And Amuro's just like, do you think all mothers are that nice? And she's like, well, I'm sure you must miss your mom.
Yeah. We didn't really get a clear answer from him, if I remember correctly, so I'm curious to see where this is going to go.
Me too. And that's been the end of this episode, and maybe the end of the show.
That's right. The Gundam Guys is officially over until episode 13.
So thank you for listening. I am going down in flames, much like Garma. Jeff is laughing, much like Shar.
I rise like the phoenix from the flames.
So if you liked it, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and we're done with this episode. So,
but if you want to reach us, because I will be much nicer to you than I am to Keenan, You can tweet at us at Gundam Guys if you were going to tweet about anything that happens after this episode. Or if we're purely talking timelines before this episode in the origin. If you were going to send something I have not watched yet, then you just need to use the hashtag Mobile Suit. Well, one, don't tweet at the show. But if you want to talk to Keenan about it, you can tweet at him directly and use the hashtag Mobile Suit Jeffrey, Jeffrey. If you just want to say hi, show us the gunplay you built, just, chat with us about the Gundam we've watched so far, or I've been chatting with a lot of people about Power Rangers and Sentai because that's my jam,
and
I have found us people who that's also their jam, and Sailor Moon. So, and I could talk about those for days.
There's a lot of crossover between them.
Yeah, because I've watched the Twitter, so you can reach me there if you want to talk Power Rangers or Sailor Moon or Sentai. Also, we have our email, which is thegundamguys@outlook.com. I also run that, so please do not send spoilers. Keenan, where can they find you on the internet?
If you want to talk all things Gundam with me, with no worry about spoilers, use the hashtag like Jeff mentioned, and tweet at @KScottPearson. That's Scott with 2 T's, and I promise I will not betray you.
Yeah, because he respects y'all more than he does me. It's so sad. All I want is to be his friend. No, but I'm fine. Y'all, I hope you've had as much fun with us being ridiculous this week as we've had. And thank you for listening. And we will see you
in the next
time.
episode.